Walsh University IT Department by Abby Blanco, Kyle Foss, Michael Lawlin, Ashley Rockstro, and Jessica Weisburn. We studied the Walsh University IT Department. Specifically, we studied the online courses. Online courses, such as the ones offered in the MBA programs, are appealing to students because of the flexibility of time. The IT department plays a major role with running these online courses with the emails, gradebooks, and online assignments and discussion boards for the students. These are separated into 4 parts. It's the help desk, information services, tech services, and electronic learning services.
A learning management system, or LMS, is intended to provide a central location for delivery of online learning materials, typically through a web-based platform. Both proprietary and open-source LMS software packages are available. The advantages of open-source LMS packages include the ease of customization, the availability of third-party add-ons to extend functionality, and the lack of licensing costs that can reduce expenses. Sakai is an open-source LMS developed to provide a low-cost and robust platform for online learning. Sakai is used by a number of major universities, including Rutgers, Wake Forest, the University of Virginia, New York University, or NYU, the Ohio State University, and several of the University of California schools. Sakai includes the major core features required by an online learning platform, including assignment tools, gradebooks, syllabus tools, tests and quizzes, graded discussions, discussion forums and messaging, and a Dropbox for file submissions. The Walsh ECN is based upon the Sakai system, as we've discussed in the previous slide. The ECN system is accessed through a web browser. Upon accessing the system, students may open a course through a menu-based system, and courses are available for a period of 2 years after the student has taken the course. Each ECN course uses a common page structure, with the main home page through which students can see the course summary, instructor contact information, announcements and new discussion board messages, and a series of menu options to access the course gradebook, tests and quizzes, discussion boards and messages, and online course modules. In the case of Walsh, the Sakai open-source LMS system is hosted off-site by a vendor, as opposed to being hosted on-site, as we talked in previous slides. It is linked to the students and faculty through the main Walsh network and the My Walsh homepage. Even though the ECN is not resident on the Walsh network directly, it is seamlessly integrated into the remainder of the online resources through the My Walsh Web Access portal. Both students and faculty log into the ECN system through the Walsh network using their Walsh-provided username and password. The conceptual structure of the Walsh network is illustrated in the figure on this slide. Students and faculty access the Walsh network through the internet on their web-enabled devices, typically desktop or laptop computers, as Walsh does not currently have extensive capability for mobile-specific access. Resources requested by the user are provided through the Walsh network, and requests for resources that are not on-site at Walsh, like ECN, are directed through the Walsh network to the appropriate resource.
The ECN is a tool that professors use to operate a course by posting assignments, listing the course syllabus, exams, turn in papers, and provide feedback to students. We conducted a questionnaire to gauge the impression current Walsh MBA professors had of the ECN. The very first question we asked the professors was to rank the overall efficiency of the ECN on a scale from 1 to 10, with 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. For the most part, it does not appear that Walsh's professors have a concern with the efficiency of the ECN. The low score was a 3 and appeared to be an outlier, as it was the one and only ranking under a 7. The highest was a 10, which also only had 1 reply, but the majority came in at an 8 or 9. Next, we wanted to find out what features of the ECN were most beneficial. Some professors liked how easy it is to upload articles and assignments, as well as uploading documents to save printing costs. Others made note to the centrality of use and the fact that everything they need to operate a course can be done on the ECN. The communication tools were also mentioned, especially for online courses. If professors and students are not able to easily communicate with one another, the IT department will have a series of complaints to listen to. We also wanted to find out what areas are a cause for concern and what improvements could be made for grading assignments. Anything from creating a mobile app for smartphones, the wiki system, better grading tools for discussion forum threads and overall assignments, implementing tools such as Illuminate to allow for live interactive tutoring, and making it easier to amend the syllabus. Different professors use the ECN in different ways, so a wide array of responses seem to be a likely result. As for grading, if professors are not able to open certain documents or it takes a long and drawn out process to submit the grades, then students will become equally anxious that they have not received their grades back as soon as they would have thought. There seems to be multiple issues with the ability to grade in the discussion forums. Being able to see how many new posts were left while actively working inside of another thread were a main cause for concern. Another suggestion was a tool to be able to grade and comment on submitted assignments inside of the ECN instead of having to separately download and grade the assignments outside of the ECN.
In an effort to evaluate and improve the overall efficiency of the Electronic Course Network (ECN) at Walsh University, MBA students enrolled in the summer section of MBA 625 Information Systems were asked to participate in a survey regarding their experiences using ECN. The survey asked students to rank their view on the overall efficiency of ECN on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. The graph here shows the average of their rankings. On average, students enrolled in the MBA program ranked the overall efficiency of ECN a 6.78 out of 10. While this is above average, there is definite room for improvement in the eyes of the students. Based on the responses of the student survey, a SWOT analysis was created. The SWOT analysis highlights the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats associated with the ECN from a student's perspective. Notable strengths of ECN are it is user-friendly and easy to access. Weaknesses of ECN are unreliable and students experience loss of access to the site while completing discussion board posts and other assignments, and its inability to convert to a smartphone version. There is currently no mobile platform for ECN, which is a huge area for improvement. For students, having access to the mobile format of ECN on their smartphone would enable them to stay better connected with their courses. It is for this reason, the creation of a mobile format or an app that can be easily downloaded for smartphones is an opportunity for ECN to improve its users' experience with the site. Major threats to ECN come from its competitors: Blackboard Inc., Pearson eCollege, and Moodle. These online learning service providers are industry leaders and in some sense more technologically advanced than ECN. ECN is divided into 4 subcategories for students enrolled in distant learning classes such as MBA 625. Each class has a course tools, communication tools, library links, and administrative tools section. Each of these segments provides students with necessary information to complete the course. Within the course tools section, students will find their class syllabus and the links to submit their assignments and tests, as well as a Dropbox. The Communication Tools segment is located directly beneath the Course Tools section and provides students with multiple avenues for communication between their fellow students and instructor. Students can communicate with the class via discussion boards, wiki sites, blogs, and chats if they are enabled. Under the Library Links tab, students have access to library resources and information regarding plagiarism and distant learning. This section can be helpful for students conducting research. The final category listed on the ECN is the Administrative Tools section. In this section, students will find their class roster, complete with a list of students enrolled in the class, as well as their email. Each of these subcategories contributes to the overall efficiency of the ECN site.
Online courses can be very challenging. Without the Walsh University IT department, the ECN program will not function at its full capacity. Each individual will have a different experience with online courses. The IT department handles all of the issues that may arise with the professor or the student. The IT department has provided feedback on its experience with ECN and how these issues are dealt with on a case-by-case basis. With the feedback from the IT department, the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats can be identified to help strengthen and enhance ECN. The IT department provided feedback on professors' main issues. The professors currently publish the course's site on their own. This can cause many issues if it does not publish correctly, or if the professor forgets to publish it on time. This holds up the coursework and increases the number of the calls to the help desk. The IT department recommended that the professor set a date and time that the course site needs to be published. Once the date and time are established, the IT department automatically publishes the site at this time. Allowing the IT department to publish this site will decrease the amount of calls it receives, and it will also help decrease the time that the IT department spends on troubleshooting the problem the professor is having. With ECN, the professors have the option to import course materials from previous classes or import new materials. The professor's computer must have a supported web browser, as well as having the documents saved in the correct format. The wiki interface within the ECN can use major enhancements. Many professors choose to use an external wiki website for the students because there are so many issues with the integrated ECN wiki. The Walsh University IT Department management team would agree that the wiki interface needs to be updated and enhanced to allow a smooth transaction between group members for projects. The wiki can have documents and videos uploaded into a folder so all group members can have access, as well as make changes to the document. With technology enhancements to the wiki interface, wiki can be a very useful tool for professors and students. Ideally, an entire group project can be done through the wiki interface. The IT department also provided feedback on the students' main issues. These main issues are not being able to find classes, not being able to access classes, and not being able to download the Respondus Lockdown browser. When students cannot find or access classes, it's usually because the professor has not published the ECN course site. The help desk can contact the professor to publish the site so the students can access the material. This issue is resolved fairly quickly, depending on the response time of the professors. Students can also have trouble finding or accessing an online course if they do not have a supported web browser. This will require the Walsh University Help Desk to give detailed directions on updating the web browser to an ECN-supported version. The student will then need to update the web browser before accessing the course or courses. The Respondus Lockdown browser is a tool that professors use to lock down the computer while taking assessments. The lockdown browser prevents a student from accessing the camera, media, internet, and any other applications during the assessment. The lockdown browser decreases the chance a student will cheat on an assessment. The Respondus Lockdown browser is a great tool for professors to use, especially with online courses. It allows the student to apply knowledge and take the test on a level playing field with other students. The Lockdown browser has to be downloaded from an external website onto the student's computer. If the student has any firewall blocks, the Respondus Lockdown browser will not download. The external Respondus Lockdown browser website has a detailed video with instructions on how to download this browser. Many issues that students may have can be answered by watching this video. The most common issues with Respondus Lockdown browser are firewalls blocking the download of the software, communication applications are open, and/or access to the webcam. The student will need to make sure all of the system requirements are up to date to download the Respondus Lockdown browser to take the exam. Walsh University's IT management team feedback rates ECN as 6 to 7 compared to other systems. The main reason for this score was the lack of features the ECN has implemented. Technology is growing very quickly. Walsh University needs ECN to stay up to date with this new technology to provide students and professors with a positive experience. The need for better online courses is also growing. Having a system that is not growing with technology can cause frustrations and a lot of time troubleshooting these issues. The Walsh University IT department is constantly working with Sakai to improve the features and functions of ECN. Walsh University measures the success rate of ECN program by the number of courses that are being taken online and the number of instructors who are using the features. Another success rate measurement is the graduation rate of students using the online ECN, as well as retention rate of online courses compared to in-class courses. The Walsh University's IT department management team would like to see more instructors utilize ECN with in-class courses as well. ECN offers many options and features that would allow the instructors to enhance the learning atmosphere, allowing better communication and experiences between the students and the professors. Overall, the students, professors, and the IT department rank the efficiency of ECN above average. Walsh University is offering a very successful site for online courses. This is beneficial for Walsh University because having a fully functioning online course platform will attract more students, especially students who want to take online courses. ECN seems to be very user-friendly and has all of the necessities the students and professors need for a successful learning environment. Staying up to date with all of the new technology coming out each year is difficult. This is an important suggestion Walsh University can enhance. The Respondus Lockdown Browser is a very useful tool that many professors will continue to use for online courses. While the grading systems could be improved and the discussion boards are a great way for students to interact with each other, even if the students are not able to meet face-to-face. These positive suggestions and feedback about ECN can provide helpful insights to the IT department in Walsh University to enhance the learning experience while growing the amount of courses that are offered online. Thank you for all of your time. Have a wonderful day.